Welcome to Pillar Place, permanent housing for low-income families. These families may never before have had the security and stability of decent, affordable housing.
IHA provide me with a safe place to live, a peace of mind that I could raise my children without, worrying about somebody breaking in or anything like that, or then they can go outside and play without fighting or running from drugs, dealers and stuff like that.
The Intercommunity Housing Association operates 2 apartment facilities, Pillar Place and Compton Place. Some of their tenants were homeless. Some were referred by other agencies or by word of mouth. Before moving to the IHA facility, Rosa, a refugee from Angola, had little to celebrate.
I don't have no family. I don't have nobody. And then the top of it, when I got divorced with my husband, with the 2 little kids. And it's just something is came right on time. Hey, that's a miracle, man. That's a miracle. Because I don't know what could happen to me.
Single moms had most of these families. Almost 8 million families live at or below the poverty line. Some come from generations of poverty. The Intercommunity Housing Association helps break that cycle of poverty in their lives.
It's pretty clear to most people who work in social service today that the way out is education. And so we did everything we could to instill in, first of all, the teens who have a history in St. Louis of a high dropout rate, everybody knows that, to stay in school. I didn't let kids drop out of school. If I had anything to say about it, they weren't going to sit around Pillar Place all day. Stay in school was the message, and they did.
The IHA was created in 1991 through the collaboration of 19 congregations of religious women. The Loretto Academy building on Lafayette, just east of Grand Avenue, was donated and remodeled into 19 2-, 3-, and 4-bedroom apartments. It's across the street from Compton Hill Reservoir Park. Pillar Place is a reservoir too, the holder of hopes and dreams. It's often its tenants' first step to dignity. It's home to 22 adults and 65 children. 6 years later, in 1997, Compton Place appeared in the 5300 block of South Compton. 6 donated buildings were renovated and became homes for 14 low-income working families. Here's how it all started.
When we finally, when it was finally decided that yes, this would come to be, and there was enough money in the pot to at least begin. We had a developer and construction companies had been hired. We said, what are we going to call this place? So somebody at the table said, well, there's these 4 lovely pillars outside on the building, and the mother is the pillar of the family, and that's what we're trying to develop here. And the families are the pillar of society. So why don't we just call it Pillar Place? Thus, we have Pillar Place apartments.
In addition to roofs over their heads and floors under their feet, the IHA provides programs that help single moms improve their lot in life. Classes in parenting, resume writing, job interviewing, and budgeting.
I think the initial vision of the religious that started IHA was always that it was going to be a lot more than just housing. This program part was always the most important part to them, that families would have an environment that they could learn about themselves, that they would feel safe, that they would, learn to respect each other as individuals, that their personal dignity would be respected as well, that they would be encouraged to try to come up with their own dream for what their family could be or what they could be if they were a kid.
Women's Days Out introduce our moms to cultural events and promote camaraderie. It's also an opportunity for moms to informally compare notes on common problems.
When I first got there, I was didn't have anything. And, since I've been there, they've been encouraging us to do our best, to move up, don't stay here. And I've been listening to them and God and on moving up. Hopefully in the next 5 years, we plan on having $1 million business. And we're going to put back in the IHA.
4 employees, 1 full-time and 3 part-time, along with 60 volunteers and interns, help develop these families into productive members of society.
I think when they know that other people are coming week after week or day after day and volunteering to be with them, they feel that they're important. And, you know, that's probably one of the greatest things for everybody, to feel important and feel good about themselves. And I don't know, whenever I get a hug from them, I know that they feel important. I sure feel important when I get that hug. But I've seen a lot of growth with them, and it's worth every minute.
Tenants at Pillar Place and Compton Place pay subsidized rent based on their income. They pay their own utilities and learn how to conserve energy. Their apartments are equipped with heat, air conditioning, stove, refrigerator, washer, dryer, and dishwasher. Some have never had these appliances before and need to be taught how to use them. There's a 1.5-year wait for an apartment.
And then we went in and everything, because I didn't know anything about the move. I just knew that, okay, we got this big old van, a moving van, and then we went to this new place. And then here we go, we went in and I saw our rooms were all made up with the dials everywhere. And I was really excited from then on. And then I noticed that they had like this little office, the gathering building, that had all these books and toys and all this stuff. And I was like, yay, you know, and all these, you know, like little learning clubs and tutoring and everything. And I was excited. And plus my school was right behind the building. I went to Wyman Elementary, which is right a 2-minute walk. So I was excited. Funding
from outside sources is the key to IHA's accomplishing its goals.
Our families had dreams. Their dreams were to find a safe place to live, to get an education, to get a full-time job, and to move on and possibly purchase their own home. Our staff has a responsibility to help them with their dreams, to be able to continue to provide the programs and adequate staffing to make those dreams come true. Our founders, all the congregations, Sister Jenny Williams, who was the initial founder, and Sister Mary Pius, and all of those that came before us, they had a dream, and it is our responsibility and our need to look for new sources to be able to continue that dream for the families who will continue to come to our door.
The feeling that you are contributing to a cause that is going to help a disadvantaged person perhaps get a better education, and that leading to a better job to where they can be self-sufficient. I mean, that is immeasurable. I mean, providing employment opportunities by attending some of the IHA programs, or again, creating a safe environment so they can get an education and they can qualify for a better job. It's hard to put a price tag on that.
Pillar and Compton aren't just places to live. They're also a means of learning for the entire family. The teen program has a job skills training class that awards a graduation certificate. Young women participate in pregnancy prevention classes.
One of the biggest programs that we have during the school year is that we have tutoring 4 nights a week for children after school. And we really believe that education is so important for people to break out of the cycle of poverty. And we are very proud to say that we have never had one of our children drop out of school. They have graduated from high school.
Love and respect bind the tenants, staff, donors, and volunteers together. It's the glue that makes them all family. And what a lasting impact this atmosphere has on their families. We invite you to join us in the mission and success of Intercommunity Housing Association.